Welcome back, EPIC44, and we're here for the lower bracket finals, I believe, sponsored by Intel. We're all very excited to see this match between Zain and Figaro, both extremely strong players. I can't wait to see what happens here.
All right, let's get into it. Uh, Hello, everyone. I'm Kaz. Have you
I'm
introduced yourself?
Windmill Man. I'm hopping on for a little bit of a guest cast. I hope nobody minds out there on the cybersphere. But we're going on Ultra Love this PVZ.
Right, so this is a rematch between Zain and Figaro. They already played Figaro 2-0 Zain earlier.
It was a 3-1.
A
It was a
3-1.
3-1.
Ah. So yeah, it's a rematch of the ages. ZVP, let's go. All right, do you want to introduce some players?
Well, here in the top right, we have one of the most handsome Protoss players that I've ever met. We have Zain.
Beautiful. And in the bottom right, repping TSI, we have Figaro.
Figaro, Figaro, Figaro.
Woo woo.
Both incredible players by their own merit, and we'll see what we're going to unfold here. Just seems like a
Wow.
standard hatch.
Immediate. Yep. Right there. Look at that timing. The hatchery cost is down now this patch, right?
Hatchery cost is down. I think
Yeah.
it makes making that fourth, fifth, sixth queen a little bit more expensive. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how much exactly
It's
that's going to
275.
affect.
Like, well, oh, sorry. Yeah. Go on.
I mean, how much that's going to affect this match.
Mm.
I'm curious how Zayn is going to try to win this game, really. Um, uh,
So we went hatch, pool, pro being annoying as usual.
I think it's a pretty standard opening,
Yeah.
and if I had to predict something, I would say he's going to open Stargate. Just that Stargate opening being so standard in this matchup. Get your Oracle, being able to deflect those lings in order to get that around 4 minute a third base. But it's around there where we will start to see a deviation in this matchup. Um, is he going to drop a tech structure before a third, really dictating the type of pressure that he is or is not going to do? Um, Zayn is a really strong player, both in aggression but also in his macro play. So we'll see the choices he makes. Seems like this is really as standard as you can get, you know.
So talk me through the. Okay, all right. So there goes the Stargate. What are Zane's options here? Because Zerg is the reactive race, right? So he's going Stargate. What happens from here?
Absolutely. So we see the Zerg player dropping a third base
Yep.
at a very standard time. This Adept is here just to have a little poke in. Make sure that third base is there, because if it's not, it's sending red flags to the Protoss mind. And we see this slight dance between the Queen and the Adept, but he sees the third. So now we're going to see that Stargate in the Protoss main probably make an Oracle. The Oracle being so strong against Zerglings, and letting the Protoss player have a relatively quick third.
Yeah. You can give it energy now with hacks.
Yeah, you got that energy hacks coming in very clutch, very strongly defensive for the Protoss player.
Yeah. It's nice. No health lost on the Adepts.
No
Look at
health
that.
lost, no damage done necessarily
Yeah.
either, but looks like pretty even for these two
There
players.
we go. Overlord sees the Oracle come out. All normal things are
Oh
going
wow,
on.
so we see the overcharge on the Oracle before
Yep.
it moves out, which is an interesting play.
Oh yeah, you would wait.
I would normally go quickly, but I'm not half the player that Zayn is.
So
It means that he's going to get there after the Spore Crawlers are done. And you see that he gets quickly
Mhm,
deflected, but has a
mhm.
lot of energy, so potentially he could use that
And
to,
can fight the lings that they've run under.
or the creep.
Yeah. Oh, he sees them go
That's
by.
a lot of lings that
It's a
we're
lot of
actually seeing.
lings.
Trying to,
Yeah, trying to deny the third, but gets deflected. Second Oracle there now as well.
a Roach Warren coming down by Figaro
Oh,
before
roaches.
lair. Um,
And going for melee attack. Alright, so he's sacrificing that Overlord.
yeah, just to get a look at it.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, and
oh,
now it's on 5 health.
he's
Oh, it's
gonna
going to heal
see
back to full. That's
Zain.
interesting. Did he let that happen on purpose, or was that... No,
No, I just don't think
okay.
it's very consequential.
Yeah.
We see Zain dropping down a lot of production. There was a Twilight Council that got cancelled, apparently. I didn't notice that, but maybe a double
Oh, so
Twilight.
that was on purpose then?
Yeah. Well, we
Okay.
see Blink coming up.
Well, maybe it wasn't cancelled.
Yeah.
Oh, no, okay.
Okay.
We've got Exo obsing for us and communicating to us through chat.
So looking at the current state, I would think that Zain is thinking about being aggressive, um, just based on the fact that there is no forge, but the quick Templar archives
Yeah.
maybe means that he is not going to be aggressive. Some actually very quick 6 gas here by Zain, so it looks to be some type of quick storm build.
The Lings
Uh,
coming in.
These
Or
links coming in.
good reaction speed, moving in place to block them off from, getting into the mineral line.
Yeah, I mean,
They're going
since the
home.
energy overcharge changed, these oracles always seem to have energy
Yeah.
to deflect any kind of Zergling harass. But Figaro still making a lot of
They're
Zerglings.
going in now, timing push with the melee attack one just finishing.
Yeah, oh, but these
Oh, okay.
oracles really.
Looking for the fourth, not there yet.
Zain
Moving
looking
back now.
with that forward pylon to be taking a 4th base. And there we go. We see the 4th base coming down.
Wow, there's so many bases so quickly now.
I mean, these high-level players are just so good at being exponentially stronger and faster, you know, with their economy. We see a little bit of Roach production coming in from the Zerg. At the same time, we see an infestation pit being put down, as well as a Hydra Den. I would hazard a guess that that is probably going to be about Lurkers. Lurkers are so strong in this matchup.
I love Lurkers.
I
The
don't.
stasis catching some. Yeah, well, we've got a Zerg player and a Protoss player here, so you've got this nice, unbiased commentary overall.
Not a big fan of those Lurkers, especially with those Hive upgrades. They
Oh,
really
they're so fun.
they
just
kick
hide this
butt. They
spiky.
kick butt.
Oh, they're awesome. I love them.
Now we have this little army that Figaro is putting together, and I wonder if he's going to try to do something with it to push toward the 4th. We have a fleet beacon actually coming in,
Fleet bacon.
as well as, I believe, a couple of extra Stargates, but I'm not sure about that. It looks like Zain is going to try to go into a quick Stargate transition.
And Charge finishing up. Fleet bacon finishing up.
Now it looks like
Okay,
Fido is
that's
really
this.
kind of ramping up here to do some sort of attack against this 4th base. Protoss once against onto 8 gas is
Ooh,
very
big
dangerous,
storm.
and we see Zerg coming in here with a very aggressive attack.
Big storms.
And it looks like Zain is rallying his forces. Storm being so good in attacking those Zerglings and Roaches. And for now, Zain holds.
Yeah, they got pushback. They're going in again.
But
There's mostly, like, pretty much only Roaches left now. Big storms on the Yeah.
These
After.
roaches being so strong against the lack of Robotech, these immortals would normally put a lot of punch into this army. But it seems like Zain with these storms is able to deflect, at least for now, the force from Figaro.
Man. Look at the supply difference, though. Like, Protoss is so stupid.
Protoss is stupid? I think it's very clever. I think it's very clever what's happening right
No,
now.
that's it, yeah. I
Oh,
guess the thing is roaches also take a lot of supply.
yeah, that's a
Yeah,
little bit of what we're
that's
seeing.
nice.
Okay, a little bit of a side harass here. But Zayn has actually recognized the urgency of this push and walled himself in. Tempest,
Tempest coming out.
no, I think that this is actually very clever because I did not think that lurkers would be able to. Oh, 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 oh,
Oh,
okay,
good dodge,
just
good
good
dodge.
dodge. And it seems like with these Tempests, he may be able to deflect this terrifying Zerg force but still not able to mine.
Oh,
Oh,
big
some
hits.
big bios coming in
Big
and getting
hits
one
on
of
the.
those Tempests, them being so key
Yeah.
against this terrifying Lurker force.
Are the lurkers massive?
They are not.
Okay.
Lurkers are not massive,
So
but
what's the
they're...
point of the Tempests?
So the Tempest is a solution to Lurkers because Lurkers are so terrifying in a ground-to-ground scenario. So
Okay.
Tempest can pick them off from afar. But it looks like this is not a great scenario for our
Yeah.
Protoss
The
player.
lurker's too strong.
Lurker's so
But
incredibly strong.
why Tempest over like Void Rays or Carriers
It's
or?
all about that range.
Okay,
It's
I
all
see.
about the rage advantage that they can give.
That
But
makes sense. They hit across the map.
they hit
Off the
across the
screen.
map, but they don't have a lot of damage. And that's kind of what we're
Yeah,
seeing.
that's the problem.
Figaro Desert barreling into the third here
Yeah.
for our Protoss player. And
Just-
I think we are reaching and going towards a GG here because a two-base Protoss has very little to do. And there we have it. Figaro taking game one against the mighty Zain.
GG's.
What a incredible game. I can't believe how effective that push was. It's just these lurkers
Yeah.
against ground are so strong.
Mm.
And a well-coordinated timing push by Figaro.
Yeah.
And I wonder what Zayn is thinking now about how he's going to, be able to catch a dub in the next game.
Yeah. Yeah. What could he have done differently? Were the Tempest the right choice? They're very expensive.
Tempests are expensive but quick building. It seemed like a bit of a frantic measure when he realized what was happening.
What does Protoss do against lurkers in general?
It is difficult. I think you really need a force of immortals or air. And so I'm not sure exactly what he could have transitioned in the position he was in, but we'll see how he adjusts in this next game. But in any way, I think it's an impressive result by Figaro. Figaro is kind of on fire, really. I hear that he's won a previous Epic LAN, and Zayn, in my eyes at least, is one of the best Protoss players here in the UK.
Yeah.
A little bit, what is it? Quiet but deadly.
Yeah.
He's kind of a quiet guy, but he really is such a strong player. And here
You
we
would
go.
Describe him as quiet? I don't think he's quiet.
No?
Nah.
All
I
right.
think he likes quiet when he's playing.
Oh, yeah. I got told off by Zayn
You
for
did.
being too.
That's why you think he's quiet.
Yeah,
He's
maybe,
not
maybe,
quiet. He talks a
maybe.
lot. All right, cool. Spawning in the top left, we have the green Protoss, Zain. God, it feels weird introducing the Protoss.
And in the bottom right, we have the deadly Zerg player, Figaro, my favorite Zerg.
Is he your favorite Zerg?
He is now. Wow. Kings Cove LE. An iconic map almost.
I don't know anything about the maps. Talk to me about this map.
This map is incredible in that it offers a defensive advantage. The third is really quick to take, especially the fact that there's a ramp right next to it. So
Is this the third?
that is the third over
Okay.
there. You
Okay.
see, we have this ramp, which makes any kind of pressure a lot more difficult to
Yep.
actually make
So
successful.
you have the high ground. Yeah, I see that.
So I think in this matchup, to me, it's about the fourth base. It's about what, like, once you start getting the third base into the groove, um, things flow quite naturally, and that can happen easily because of the Oracle. But what are the decisions post third base dropping down? Is Zayn going to make a big army? Is he going to take a quick fourth? And is he going to try to pressure Figaro in any sort of way? I'm going to be looking at the compositions that they're going to choose to do. You know what? Muta's actually a bit of a
I
slept-on thing
love Mutalisks. They're my
um,
favorite unit.
on this map, but I don't think we're going to see that. It's a little bit of an indie cut from me, but who knows what can do. We see a Chrono boost here on
So
the Adept.
the place where Zane's walling off, is that the normal place? Because you could go, like, you could cut off this whole, like, next to the rocks, right?
No, that's
Like,
the normal wall.
okay.
This is the normal wall.
But
It's
then when you want to expand to the thirds, then, like,
Yeah, so
okay.
as being highlighted by our lovely observer, this bottom portion can just be
Okay.
filled with a gateway or a
Okay.
cyber core or whatever it
Okay.
may be.
Okay. I
So
see. I see.
so that's pretty standard walling.
Okay. But then it's hard to get between your second and your thirds, no? Once it's up, the
No,
little
no,
gap.
no. It's
What
just
about for your big fat units? They just walk through that tiny little hole.
listening. It, it's totally fine. Even the Archons, yeah, even the
Even
Archons.
they're
They
so
got
fat.
patched. They got patched. They got patched
Oh, they
in
can
order to
fit.
fit. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
They got the
what?
fat
The
tax. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
tax.
whoa, whoa! Some very bold adepts here,
Yeah.
taking a lot of shield damage for seemingly no reason. And
Fine.
it seems like Zergling's
They're
speed
gonna
is
catch
done.
him. They're gonna
And what are
die.
we gonna see here?
They're
Oh, getting
oh,
into a
very
little
nice.
nook. Very well done by Zayn here. But
And they're
is it going
leaving.
to be enough?
Oh,
Oh,
he
one
loses
definitely
one.
going down, but not the end of the world there.
No,
A,
it's
a
fine.
little bit of a trade for trade, and
Oracle
this
moving
Oracle
across.
coming across the map, as well as the Zerglings. There we go. You
Yeah,
see?
I see it. I see it.
And it looks like the Oracle is actually moving back, recognizing that he needs to be able to hold this third base.
We're gonna run out of energy? No, it's fine. Okay.
You never run out of energy these days because you have the overcharge, which we're about to see. Boom! Wow. God, I'm a good caster. Right there, the Zerg, the Protoss rather, giving that overcharge. Okay, this is what I'm really intrigued about. We're seeing a Twilight Council actually finish now.
Blink again.
It blink again. Very interesting.
Will they hit? Oh, queens. Okay.
Okay, Roach Warren coming down.
Scouting Overlord's going down. Sees the blink.
Oh,
So,
some type of movement in the third base. We see. Oh, whoa! A lot of damage actually going down, being warped in. Is that going to be canceled? Oh wow! This is huge. This third base potentially being harassed. Probe's
Oracle's.
not mining,
Yeah,
and
Oracle's racing back across the map to try and save. Yeah.
the thing is, this may not seem like a big deal, but it is a huge deal. The way that economically Zerg and Protoss ramps up in this portion of the game is is very important, and Zain is, I think behind from this position.
They
Um,
traded though, because the Oracles took down 2 drones before they came back. But
but
they didn't deny as much mining time.
but these lings.
We'll see.
These lings
Yes.
coming down and harassing. At least, I mean, he does have good saturation. So maybe I may be overestimating, but that I think is a point in Figaro's direction.
No, I
Um,
see that.
Now I'm curious. I'm curious about this quick blink. I wonder if we're gonna get some aggression out of Zain.
How much is an Oracle?
150, 150, 150, something like that.
150, 150. With the gas as
I think
well.
it might be 150, 125 or something.
Okay. Man, Protoss units so expensive.
They are,
So
but
that's the thing,
everybody
like,
forgets that.
yeah, when you like, Zayn sending 2 Oracles across the map, that's like, how much in resources right there.
Okay, here's a big moment. Here's a
Yeah.
big moment. This fourth base, if Protoss can't deny
Oh,
it, it would be incredible.
stasis.
We don't see a lot of units here from the Zerg. I mean, these Stalkers are so effective, particularly with the Blink upgrade. I don't think they're going to be able to take this
Nah,
fourth base down.
not in the time it takes before those queens come out of stasis.
And there's no reinforcement. Okay. Still a little sneaky. Zayn really wanting to get some pressure done.
Yeah.
And we see a
Ooh.
bunch of Hydras in the back, which seems like will quickly deflect this attack from Zayn.
That's might get denied.
This is important. This is important.
Yeah, that's gonna
Oof.
Oh, didn't get the cancel.
Wow. That is actually huge.
Yeah, that's devastating.
That is huge.
It's 400 minerals in the bin.
Figaro really quite ahead, I think, economically. I don't know if quite, but a little ahead.
Yeah.
And these Hydras are very scary. Oh, moving across the map, we see these Oracles and Stalkers can retreat, but are seeing a force that they may or may not be able to deflect. Do we have Storm? I believe we have
Yeah,
the
Storm
Storm
finished.
upgrade is done. Do we have these High Templar
probably
with
in the
the
base.
Storm? And these Zealots don't have charge, very importantly, not able to close that gap. And it looks like Figaro is just going to be able to take this fourth base. I mean, these Stalkers deal a
They'll
lot of
just
damage,
hold.
but Hydras pump even harder.
Yeah.
We see that quick energy recharge on the High Templar in the back. And will Zayn be able to hold his fourth? It's looking like no. He's trying to poke in and out, and he
Oh,
cancels the fourth, but he does have these Templar to be able to
Pretty
pack
good
so
Storm.
much damage onto these Hydras.
Yeah, the Hydras just do so much damage so quickly. You really need charge for the Zealots to be able to go up against them.
Yeah.
They finished.
Oh my god. So here we see a little bit of poking into the Nat, and we see a little bit of poking into the fourth. Figaro looks to be trying to contain Zayn in this position.
Full Ravager,
We see...
transform. Little Roach.
Are those
hits that
Ravagers
Future.
or are those Lurkers?
Oh, were they Lurkers?
I'm
They
not
might be
sure. I'm not
Lurkers.
sure. It looks like they are
They're
Lurkers. Oh.
Yeah. Good shout.
Now I'm really worried about this for Zayn. It seems like he's got quite limited mining,
Yeah.
and Figaro has such a gigantic
Ooh.
position here.
Wow, the Storm just tickles them. You
Yeah.
need, how many Storms do you need to kill a Lurker? Like 3? That's crazy. 4! How
Yeah.
much health do they have? That's mad.
But what else can you do in a situation like this? I mean, when up against Lurkers, particularly Lurkers shine when they're in a strong position, and I'll be damned if this is not a strong position, forming a huge arc around the exit to this third base. But if Zayn doesn't take a fourth base, he will fall too economically behind.
Yeah.
So it's just really dire here for Zain, especially with that seismic spines just completing and this run by
Yeah.
coming down with these two lurkers. Really just throwing a wrench into everything. And in the third, we see moving forward, we have Figaro with these lurkers saying, I am here and I think that I can push you to death. These immortals trying to do their best. And it looks like actually Zain is clearing, but at what cost? We have 18 probes going down. And we have a victory by Figaro, a very well played and well positioned game by Figaro.
Yep.
Really doing so well against such a strong Protoss player like Zain.
Yeah. Well, we're really casting from the Protoss perspective.
Well, I
Like,
can't.
no, I know, I know. I'm
I'm a
just.
Protoss player myself.
Yeah,
What can I
yeah.
say?
It's very, it's like the main character, But yeah, it's good. It's been good games. Matt, how much damage does a storm do? I thought it was 80. Is that
I couldn't tell you, but it does.
80 over 3 seconds.
80 over 3 seconds? But if the lurker's on 190 health, why does it take 4 storms to kill them?
Because I'm bad at math.
Okay.
Maybe it is, sorry. I thought it was 4.
There must be 3 storms then.
I thought it was 12 seconds they had to stay in the storm.
Oh my god, we're still going. I'm so
We're still
silly. I
going,
thought
yeah,
it was
yeah.
over.
No, it's a best of 5.
It's a best of 5.
Best of 5.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Um.
Okay, so all right. So we've seen we tried the tempests, we tried the storms. What else? What the heck is Protoss meant to do against lurkers?
I mean, we haven't seen Zain be particularly aggressive. I think there are plenty of
You want to
options.
see Zain be aggressive?
No,
Do
I'm
you
not
think
saying.
that would work. Yeah, that's true actually. Like most of the it feels like map control has been like Figaro's. Yeah.
I think that last game, really what went down was that interaction in the third base where he lost a bunch of probes.
Yeah.
And I think it just got out of control from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So
his fourth got denied like so many times as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think what Zain is looking for here is to make sure that his transition into a third base is clean. Knowing Zain, I don't think he's going to be doing anything particularly wild. And just thinking
He's
that,
a very consistent player.
yeah, let me get to that section of the game that I'm happy and familiar with. I'm in, hitting my macro cycles into that later mid game, and it's about Figaro being able to interrupt that, like we saw quite successfully in the previous game.
I want someone to do something crazy. Oh, like this is like make or break time. Just freaking like proxy. What are the cheeses nowadays? What do people do?
I mean, from this position, I think that I'm not sure because we have already seen hatch first. If it was a lot of the cheeses that we see in this scenario are like you go pool first and you have a gas and maybe you're trying to do like a roach ling all in or like a full ling all in. Really some Zerg rush KKKK type of stuff.
What about from the Protoss side?
From the Protoss side, I think the aggression that we could see, it would be indicated by the tech choice before the third base. So, if a Twilight counts, if a cannon rush,
Does that happen?
a cannon rush. I
Throwback
think
to
we're
Wings of
we're a bit
Liberty.
late for a cannon rush, but like.
Right now.
But like if we see like a Twilight Council and charge start,
Yeah.
or like a Dark Shrine kind of stuff
I
starts
want to see
happening,
DTs. Let's do that.
I
Blink DTs.
yeah, I don't think we're gonna see that from
No, I don't
Zain.
think so either.
He's like an
He's too
honorable.
honorable.
He's too
yeah,
honorable.
Yeah, very honorable.
But almost to his
To his detriment.
exactly to his detriment. but we'll see. We see a very standard Stargate kind of coming out in order to get that third base. One of the things that I'm looking for here is he getting the third base before his second gateway or after, indicating like different levels of greed. Uh, with Adept shading into the main. It looks like some Zerglings have crept by. This Adept not doing much. Okay, we see the Zergling going down, and this Adept not doing much at all, but that's fine. And we see, getting some of these
Oh,
creep tumors. You know, you think this is not big, but actually these creep tumors are very, very nice,
oh, 100%.
especially if you're going to go for pressure a little bit later on.
It's so annoying when your like active creep tumor gets killed.
Yeah,
Like, and
absolutely. And we see this quick third base going down. So this is actually, in my eyes, an economic opener.
yeah,
Um,
how's he gonna defend it?
I think that Protoss has a lot of tools to defend this quick third base
Does he have a Stargate?
yeah, with the
Yeah,
oracles and the gateway production, he should be able to defend the
yeah.
third base. But where will he go from there is
Ooh,
my
doing
question.
spins, spinning circles.
That is
So cute.
a beautiful circle Zain makes.
So you have Stargate. We have a Robo. The Robo's new, right?
The Robo is new. It feels like
What's that for?
in the previous games he's gone into a very quick blink that
Mm.
may not have been as productive as
Maybe
he
for
wanted it to be.
Immortals? Try the third attempt to counter the lurkers.
Yeah, I think that if we see the Robo complete, I mean, obviously, like, yeah, Immortals are super strong against that kind of mid-game composition. And we see some Zerglings coming in and attacking the shield battery. A recall, actually, on the Oracle,
Oh,
but the shield battery goes down and a probe goes down.
zap,
Not the
zap.
end of the world, but a little bit of a mental momentum swing in the favor of Figaro, who is already, if I remind you, 2-0 up in this series. Whoa, okay, hold on. Is that a Warp Prism?
Looks like it. Looks like it. Let's see some drops. Let's see some warpins. I'm hyped for this.
Very exciting. Like, okay,
I think it's going to get spotted, though. It's heading into Overlord line of sight. Ling's doing a little
we
scout.
may, and it looks like it does get.
Oh, it's going
I'm not
down.
sure.
No,
No, I
I
think
don't
that's
think I see
that's
it.
out of vision. But he
Just.
may have seen it on the way there. I expect maybe 4 zealots warping in here in order to get a little rambunction done. Okay, this Oracle kind of spotting things. It looks like a little bit of light pressure.
Are they
Into,
Archons?
oh,
He meant
Archon!
Archons.
Archon drops.
Yes. Yes.
All
Let's
right.
go.
All eyes on the
It's
Archons.
been seen. They're running over. No, they're running down. It hasn't been seen. Well, it has now.
We have some Zerglings moving towards the
Counterattack.
third base, but with a shield battery, I don't expect. Oh, actually, it looks like this Archon drop is getting deflected, and oh, with the warp in, the third base should be clear. Just charge on the way, an Immortal on the way,
Killing some overlords.
and he hasn't lost anything. He's picking off Overlords.
That
Things are
Dep's
looking
gonna
decent.
die.
Now we're moving towards such a strong composition here.
What
Uh,
are these Archons trying to achieve in the War Prism?
Archons just deal an incredible amount of
But
damage
he's
against
just-
all Zerg units.
Yeah, 'cause
So
they bonus
he
versus
can
biological.
poke around wherever. Look, he's picking off a little bit of a creep,
Yeah.
which means that
Yeah,
new pushes are even stronger.
yeah.
And it's non-committal because he's got a third base, so I don't really mind this at all. Especially, like, he's not losing anything here. This
Yeah.
this
True.
is just poking around, and also very importantly, just understanding what the Zerg is doing. You're
Very
seeing
nice.
roaches, you're seeing all kinds of units that are coming out, and
This
I
wolf's gonna get
don't know. Oh,
denied.
is he going to be denied? Oh, he
Yeah,
does get
but
denied.
cancelled, so that's nice.
I really like where Zane's army is moving, though. He's got a solid growing immortal count. These roaches, I don't think are going to be able to find much damage, especially if... Oh, if Storm is done, but Storm is not done.
No,
So this may be a little bit more of a difficult deflection than I had expected, but it's about to finish, isn't it?
They
And
just melt to immortals, though, don't they?
but these immortals deal more damage than they should. Like, I
Huh?
this is a great push, and this is a
Yeah.
pivotal moment in this game because there's a lot of
There's a lot of
stuff
it. There's a
coming this
lot of
way.
stuff. He needs more
But
than
I
that.
think Zain has the tools in
The
order
Templar
to
coming in.
deflect it.
Oh,
Like this,
very
like
nice.
the fact that Zain has Storm here is huge. Is huge. They just deal so much damage. I think Figaro is realizing that. Like, okay, maybe I can't deal the damage that I thought I could. But in terms of production, we're seeing him make more units.
Fourth goes
And
up. Where is our Warp Prism with the Archons? I think it's in the natural, right?
it's back home. It's back
Oh,
home.
it's back home. Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
It's that assault on Zane's fourth base did not go well. We see Figaro's um, supply continuing to evolve. A little bit of a run by coming here with these Zerglings, but an Archon and some Immortals there. Very. Oh, and these Zealots as well, trying to find some damage. Yeah, not very consequential damage done by either of these.
One man adept, just like wall. To
See-
be fair, the lings were trying that. They were trying to run by, so they weren't doing any damage for a while.
See, this is very cool because I was concerned in seeing Zane's build about upgrades, but he's dropped a double forge, and we see these 1-1 upgrades about to finish, which really will just bolster the strength of his army. And at the same time, I think we saw a fleet beacon, but I may be hallucinating that.
Mothership. Yeah,
We
you were
have
right.
we have a mothership coming down.
That's exciting. I heard it was good now.
The mothership is a little bit better now.
Well, a little bit better. I heard it was like super good.
Well, I'm a Protoss player, so I'll
Yeah, you
I'll
gotta.
be biased.
Yeah.
I think it is a little bit better. I
A
mean,
little bit better.
no,
Fucking
in terms of
broken
in
is-
terms of damage, like in terms of damage, it doesn't deal that much more. It's like 8
These
times more
zealots
damage,
wreaking
but it's
havoc
like
in the mineral line,
less than 1.
killing the queens.
Okay,
All this
whoa.
stuff is so
We have the
annoying.
Zerg. Wait. Let's get serious here.
Oh yeah.
We have a lot of High Templar right next to the Zerg base, trying to lay down some storms,
Yeah.
and I think primarily trying to clear creep here. Sorry, I had to stumble a little bit with those words. Clear creep.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
all right.
Keeping an eye on those lurkers. Was that 3 lurkers out at the moment?
I think we're gonna see if Zayn were able to go a little bit upwards. That, what is it? Sixth base is quite vulnerable, but it looks like he is rotating downwards towards what appears to be the 4th base. And his army is strong. Now, I don't want to tell you that. Like Storm deals
He has
an incredible amount of
only
it.
like tier 2 units, like no zealots, no stalkers, no sentries, no adepts. Like it's immortal Templar Archon. Oh, it got corrupted.
No. Zealots are not strong in this scenario.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
This is the ground pound force.
But
this
this army is so expensive. It's just money walking around.
well, and he's flaunting it, and
Yeah.
he's making it known across the map.
Yeah, but
And in the background, we see Zayn taking a 5th base. And is that
Yeah.
is that carriers that I'm seeing in the top left corner?
Yep.
Because I believe it is. And
It's gonna get hit though.
okay, this 5th base is big trouble
It is.
for Figaro, and we
Oh,
see the
oh.
mothership going on. No,
Oh, it's
the
gonna
mothership.
die.
No,
It goes down.
Mama, why?
It just
Mama,
went out by
just killed. Oh
itself.
wait, this is a huge moment.
Yeah.
These
gonna take
lurkers
the
are
lurkers down.
making themselves known, and goddamn, are they powerful! And if Zayn
he's
doesn't
focused.
control this just right, he may be in a lot of trouble. We see him going upwards into a bit of a ramp. But is there anything that can contest against these carriers? Okay, we see these carriers. Oh, he's scared. He's scared. He sees the carriers and he's out of there.
Yeah.
That was a very scary
Wow.
moment
One
for Zain.
one blinding cloud only does like shield damage on the carrier.
Of course, a carrier. You know how expensive a carrier is?
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
It's so expensive.
All
Come
your
on.
units are so expensive. It's crazy.
Okay, Zain feeling bold after that moment.
Just landing on
But
the edge
but
of
I
the
don't think
shield.
that he can push into this zone. And it looks like Figaro realizes that he's going to try to rotate and is going to match that with his own army movement. And I really am favoring Zain's position here. We have a 5 base Protoss. That is an incredible amount of Immortals. Really, if you need to take a like a fight against these lurkers, these Immortals are going to come in super clutch.
Yeah.
And
Second
these,
mothership being
as
built.
well as these
Ooh,
carriers.
What were those storms?
Just to get some chip, it's energy.
But they weren't in the right place. I guess they couldn't see.
I don't know.
It's always
I
about
didn't see. I
vision.
didn't see it. But
We've got
it's a lot of lurkers, and I don't want to downplay the power
a
of
lot of
lurkers.
corruptors coming out as well to deal with the carriers and the mothership. Second mothership being built.
This is a game of position. You know, like look here. This is a bad fight. This is a bad. So it's all about making sure that the Protoss player and the Zerg player
Yep.
are in advantageous
It's a
positions.
delicate dance of like, oh, I'm going to come here. Oh, no, we're going to move
Absolutely, and like, there's no way that the Protoss player can come in here with this huge arc of lurkers. And it seems like Figaro is very smart in recognizing the
Where are the Templars
composition
going?
that he needs.
Oh, that was good. That was good. But you gotta hit them like 2 or 3 times, otherwise it's just gonna heal back up. They heal
Yeah,
so quickly.
it's just to do something, I think.
Okay.
It's just to do something. But so we see this dance of composition. We do see a lot of corruptors.
Mothership's out again.
And
Hopefully
okay, wait. This is a huge moment. Outflanking the Protoss army. I actually hate.
Oh,
I
carrot
hate this
got
for the
yoinked.
Protoss.
Oh,
The
yoinked.
characters got yoinked. The
Yoinked,
carriers.
yoinked. Storm's doing some work.
And
the
these
lurkers
these
just
these
charging
units are
forward.
getting yoinked. Okay,
Yeah.
so the carriers are all dead.
Yeah.
We don't have enough firepower. Zain scrambling a little bit, moving towards the upper right. There's nothing that can be done against these lurkers. This is
Mothership
a
coming
difficult.
in,
Okay,
but it just
a
goes
cloak,
down.
a cloak coming in, insanely clutch, able to clear those
Okay.
lurkers,
He won the
and
ground
it
combat.
means that he wins the composition. Oh my God, he's gonna clear this base
Yeah, he is.
from a battle that could not be won with one clutch cloak. No overseer costing Figaro so much in this situation. And what do we see? Oh, we see
He's gonna take
these.
down the 4th with the
He's
corruption.
gonna take down the 4th
Oh, the
base.
5th, sorry.
But overall, I would be happy with that moment, that engagement, as Zain, that mothership coming in close. And hold on, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on the broadcast, but holy shit, 4 carriers, dude. 4 carriers coming in clutch, and I don't know if Figaro has any answer to that.
I mean, but look how many lurkers he has again already. Like, Zerg is just, it's so flexible, right? You're just like, oh, I lost my entire army. Okay, I'll just build them all again. They're cheap, right? Like, stuff turns into other stuff.
I don't know about that. I mean, ultimately, oh, here we go. A bit of a base trade going on with Zain attacking towards the 4th base and the Zerg player as well. Now, this position is super difficult to push into. It looks like Zain is actually going back, having a couple of cheeky units. Oh, these carriers really deflecting this.
It's rock, paper, scissors with the lurkers.
Oh,
and the
whoa, whoa, whoa,
carriers.
whoa,
Oh my
whoa,
god,
oh,
my god,
oh,
my
oh,
god.
oh, 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 oh,
Oh,
my
that was
God,
brutal.
these High Templars are, but That
That's a
was
lot.
that was a brutal amount. But look at these. That's what I'm
And
saying.
now the
These
lurkers are coming in.
carriers are just. I don't know if they can be deflected properly, compositionally.
So they have to
If he
follow the
go, if
lurkers
he
around.
goes, okay, okay.
That, but
Fi-
it's such a back and forth. There's such a push and pull. Yeah, those zealots are dead. But now the lurkers are dead. And now the lings are coming in on the cannons.
Figaro is all in. Figaro is all in. Compositionally, Zain is
But
riding a GG
look at
counter.
those corruptors! Like, yeah, those carriers are
Some
dead. They're
really
just
nice
dead.
yogs, but I just don't think that the Zerg player has enough.
It's
One lurker.
they're both hurting though, because like Zane's ground army has been reduced to what, like a couple immortals and High Templar. Like,
Listen, I don't want to be a hater, but in the immortal words of Todd, look at the supply. Look at the supply. The soup does not lie.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
155
That is a
supply
good
versus
point.
124, and Zerg is always supposed to be a little bit up.
It is. It
And
is. Yeah.
we're seeing Zerg on 4 base versus Zain
Yeah.
slash Protoss
They're both really
on
hurting
like
for
5
vehicles.
base. Like I think that Zain is in a really dominating position here.
Yeah.
And as long as he is able to have a strong awareness of where his opponent's army is and making sure it doesn't catch him off guard, I'm really
Oh,
liking
Archon gone.
Zane's little pop there. I'm liking Zane's chances here.
I realize that like Protoss armies are so hard to evaluate. Like the things are so expensive, and they like hit really hard, but there's like so few of them. And like, so I'm looking at this ground army being like, okay, there's 3 immortals and there's like 5 High Templar there. What are they gonna do to me? There's like 8 units, and then they just
They pump. They pump.
they do, yes, it's wild. Like look at how there's so many High Templar there.
This is a really concerning amount of units from Zayn. Like, his army is so strong. And I would not be surprised if he's trying to go across the map. Oh, really nice feedbacks there. And I understand why he's moving out, because it's his army is just so strong. And he wants to limit the economy of his opponent.
Yeah.
We see a lot of
So
cannons,
many
which is a really nice
Oh,
choice.
walking
Oh
through the
my god.
storm.
Oh,
big storm.
you see
big
these storms
storm.
are just getting that chip. I
That's
really
thinking
think,
about
yeah, it's over. And a
Wow,
really
what a
well played
game.
game by Zayn. And that's what I was telling you about. Once Zayn gets into these mid-game positions, he shines. He shines. He has an understanding of composition, and
Yeah.
he made it known.
Yeah, Immortal good unit, High Templar good unit, Carrier good unit. We found the secret source.
Now he's down though, isn't he?
What? 2-1.
2-1
Yeah,
FIGARO.
yeah, to Figaro.
versus
Yeah,
Figaro.
because we watched the first 2 games.
Yeah, all I'm saying is he's gotta keep it going through. Like, he's gotta keep it strong, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta keep going.
If you want to get a chair, I can like.
No,
off
I
it.
can now.
You know what? I might tap off to you.
Do you want to pass over? Yeah.
I'm gonna pass over just for this next game. I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
go for it.
But thanks everyone for tuning in.
Ah,
And
thanks,
I might
thanks for
come
joining.
in a little second.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
there you go.
All right. See you in a bit.
I'll see you in a second.
All right, we're moving into game 4, guys. Starting shortly. This is Whispers of Gold. Hi, EXO. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are we doing?
You've been like squatting for like an hour. Like,
Yeah, that's
your
fine.
knees okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I changed position. And thanks to
Okay.
production getting the name changed quick as well. That was smooth on the fly,
Very smooth.
unplanned. All right, how have you been finding the series? I mean, I've
Yeah,
heard
it's
half.
all right.
I could only hear half of what was going on when you two were talking.
Oh, what? Why?
Because it's kind of loud and just.
Oh, sure.
yeah.
Oh, you couldn't hear what I was saying.
So I could hear bits and pieces. but
Okay. Oh, fair.
So-
Well, you answering my questions very well.
I was trying to.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Whispers of Gold
Yeah,
in
cool
the
map.
top left, sporting the handsome green. It is Zain.
So I've got to ask the question: is the green handsome or is Zain handsome?
It's
Bear
not
in mind, he's got a big
so-
head.
He's got a big, literally or figuratively?
Figuratively. Like, you don't know if you want to like give him
Yeah, I think it's up to the discretion of the listener to
that.
decide if they're
Beauty
handsome.
is in the eye of the beholder. I love it. I love it.
Exactly.
All right, and his opponent, 2-1 up in this series, looking to take the series. It is FIGARO.
FIGARO.
And again,
Alright.
I know you guys mentioned it earlier, but this is the lower bracket final. So whoever wins this is going to fight Gerald in the grand finals. That's what
Yes.
that is what these players are
That's
playing
the
for.
prize. The
Yeah, that
grand
is the prize they
is
get.
playing Gerald, who's all the way here from Poland.
Yes, doing
Imagine.
an incredible job of playing very well
Yeah.
and taking names, you know.
Yeah.
And but it's been an interesting series so far. I heard something you saying about Protoss units in the last game. Like you
Yeah,
can't
they're
judge
so
Protoss units.
confusing.
Yeah, they are.
It's
nailed
like
it.
so I think like I have it down with like
Ah.
zealots and stalkers kind of like I can look at some zealots and be like that's a lot of zealots. They're
There's a
gonna
lot
do
of
this
zealots,
much.
yeah.
I can look at stalkers and be like that's a lot of stalkers.
Yeah.
But then the stuff like Zane's army comp last game
Yeah.
was High Templar,
Yep.
Immortals,
Yep.
Carriers,
Yeah.
no tier 1 units.
Yeah, why would
right?
you want tier 1 units?
But like,
Wow.
and then there's like 5 of them, and
Is
I'm like, what are these 5 units gonna do? And they go, psh, and the Zerg units just explode.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, what happened?
Because the Zerg has all tier 1 bad units.
Yeah,
And-
that's
and
the
Protoss
thing.
has a
So
lot.
I can't get my head around
It
it,
is
right?
hard,
Because
yeah.
every time I play Protoss, I'm like, why is everything so expensive?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I'm used to like holding Z, and my minerals go down, and I have 1,000 Zerglings.
That's great, isn't it?
It's great, yeah, and I don't know how you do it. Like it's like you know, like I'm fiscally like in real life not very good at managing my money. I feel like you have to be very fiscally responsible as a Protoss player. You're like, I'm gonna put my invest, the, you
This
know,
is
in
where
the
I'm gonna
savings
invest
account.
my units
I'm gonna
into.
I'm gonna wait until I can get. I'm gonna you know like save. I'm gonna invest in these stock options. That's what it feels like, you know.
It's a little bit. I mean, like, it's like I always thought of Protoss being the most like surgical kind of race, right?
Yeah,
you have a
right.
scalpel,
It's
right?
very precise.
It's very sharp. It's very
Uh-huh.
powerful. But if you don't know how,
Gotta
if you,
do exactly this.
but yeah, if you try and just swing it randomly, it's not going to work.
Okay, okay.
So,
yeah, no, I'm not about that.
Yeah.
I'm just
You're
like,
about swinging it randomly, you know?
I wanna just vibe, man. I wanna
Yeah,
make
just
my
a
little like
vibe.
cat creature, my little zerglings, like they're really cute. I'm just like, they're living like their happy little life, like running around,
They're like
swarming.
giant wolves.
I wanna,
in-
yeah, but wolves are cute, right?
Okay, you know what? Good argument.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, they're cool, right? And then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, what do I feel like building now? Oh, I have a queen. Oh, I built too many roaches. Oh, it doesn't
Ooh.
matter. You know, like none of the surgical stuff. Like
Yeah,
nah.
you ain't about that. No.
I want to just do what I want when I want.
Yeah, no, and do you know what? That's the beauty of Zerg. You have all the lava. You just build what you want when you want.
Exactly. It's freedom. You know, it's expression. It's art.
Oh
That's
wow, it's art.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just do what you feel. It's creativity. That's what Zerg is.
It could be what Zerg is. It is also surrounding adepts. That is what Zerg
yeah,
is.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Only one goes down here, I think. Oh
yeah.
no, there's so many
no,
more
No,
lings.
there's more lings. There's
There's
more.
actually
There's
a lot of
always more
lings.
lings. There's quite a lot of lings.
Yeah.
They're doing their ling thing.
Yeah, so as usual, we see the Stargate, very popular in this matchup, as I think Alonso was explaining. It gives a lot of security all around. So things like this,
Stargate.
if FIGARO was to keep building lings, they would never get through because you just recharge the energy oracle and
yeah.
they're never going to get through. Did kill a Stalker,
Yeah.
so he has now killed... oh, and he's running back in there. Oh, Zain misses the thing. That's unfortunate. Doesn't change things too much, but...
It's 4 Zerglings.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
So he does come in
It's
here.
just a scout.
Yeah, he does come in here and it confirms the Twilight counter follow-up. Now, every game, Zain has gone for Blink following this. This time it is Glaive Adepts.
What the heck is the Glaive Adepts?
Yeah, Glaive Adepts makes the Adepts shoot faster.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
So he's going Adepts this game.
Yes, exactly. He's not. But FIGARO comes in and sees this and probably assumes this is Blink because he
Okay.
doesn't see what the upgrade
Oh,
is.
It's a bit of a fake out.
He-
It's like,
he-
it could be Charge, could be Blink, could be
Yes.
Glaive. Like he's got a, but because Zane's gone
Blink the last few
few
games.
games and Charge last game, he wouldn't know. It's a bit of a little bit of a fake
Well,
out.
eventually you want to get all 3 upgrades, but yeah, really it's
Okay.
about the one you open with.
So they shoot faster. So
Yes.
that's good against like lings and workers, I guess.
And yeah, and drones, yeah, especially like say, normally with this kind of thing, they make 4 to 6 gates and
Okay.
then go across the map with a big chunk and then try and get in a
Okay.
mineral line and then
Okay.
get in another mineral line because
Okay.
Adepts can be in 2 places at once.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, that's a good point.
That is a thing. Now, here, at this point, when he comes in and sees like there's 5 more
You
Adepts,
can guess that.
that's
it's
like, huh, that's a
probably
bit suspicious.
Adepts.
And as you can see, yeah, fires up 7 Roaches, because
Yeah.
Roaches are very good versus
Yep.
Adepts. So
So yeah, what are the Adepts gonna do against the Roaches? They just
So again, they're trying not to fight the Roaches. They want to
Okay.
walk past the Roaches into the mineral lines.
they're so slow though.
Yeah, but what Roaches are?
No,
Adepts.
Adepts.
Yeah, but that's
they
why
could do the shade.
Yeah, that's why they do the shade.
That's so much micro. That's too much micro for me.
That's too much
You gotta
micro.
like watch these guys and watch like where
Yeah,
their shades are going.
It's true.
and
It
then
is true.
It's so much like little micromanagement. Just like
Yeah.
just a move across the map, you know.
Well, there are a bunch of links on the other side of the map that are probably going to try and do a run by, and this actually could be devastating, even though there is one in the thing. But yeah, here we have running to the third, shading to the main. But we do have this fight here as well. But the shade completes, and we now are in this main.
Yeah.
And again, you'll see Zain might focus down a few workers if he has the APM for it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot going on at the moment.
There's
So
a
only
lot
2
going
workers
on.
go down. Third is... Okay, this is now brought back. And we now have Alonso back as well.
So is Protoss just chill with like? Is Protoss just chill with like losing like 8 Adepts? Just like how much are Adepts?
They are 100 minerals and 25 gas.
Oh, that's cheap for us.
It's
a
a cheap
Protoss
for a
unit.
Protoss unit.
Holy-
Yeah, baby.
Wow,
You
that's
know
a
it.
bargain.
And yeah, as you can actually see here, one of the big threats is a big counterattack, which is what's happening
That's exactly
here.
what's
and
happening.
Normally you want to have done enough economic damage that
Yeah,
this
that-
doesn't scary. And also the oracles, nothing can challenge the oracles here. So
Yeah.
eventually this will get cleaned up.
Yeah.
But can FIGARO do critical damage before it gets cleaned up?
Yeah.
That Immortal popping
Getting
is huge.
The Robo, but the Immortal came out,
Yeah,
and you got Immortal Archon, and you got the Oracles, and the Immortal is it's shielding so fast.
Oh, look at
battery
that.
doing work. Oh,
Yeah.
but it goes down. I think he's holding this.
Yeah, and nothing but slow roaches
And
now.
so what did he take in that? That was a Robo Bay.
Yeah, we can actually
there
have
was
a look.
bunch of
So 2 Robo Bays actually.
2 Robo Bays
A
and
shield
shield
battery,
battery,
yeah.
and a bunch of units, and Immortal.
Yeah.
Does Zain still have a Robo Bay left?
No, he's rebuilding 2 of them right now
Okay,
in the main
okay.
this time.
So was that worth it? It was
Potentially,
probably
because
worth it.
FIGARO is all-inning this man. He is coming around. He is
Okay.
only building units.
Yes, all right. So he's just got it. He's in for
Yeah,
the long
he's
run.
into it. He really wants to catch this this Archon, and he gets it. And now he runs in there. There are 2 shield batteries in the third, so he's running into the natural. He's going to go for the throw again. Essentially, the oracles will keep firing, and they will eventually clear this up. Zain is trying to make walls to stop him from getting in as deep as he can,
Yeah.
but he only has Adepts on the ground. Adepts aren't very good at fighting.
No.
We have a few units going towards the third as well, and really this is about, will the push run out of steam
Yes.
before Zain
Before
runs
Zain
out of money?
recovers. Yeah, that's that. I see that. God, he's lost a lot of his production as well. Although there's still a lot down here.
Yeah, and actually, again, if you look at the supply, it's actually quite even.
It's quite
so
even.
this is normally a good thing. Now, FIGARO's trying to drone out of this. 9 drones on the production tab.
Oh, he's okay.
So,
So he's not all-inning anymore.
Well, to be fair, I would have called that an all-in. But,
Yeah.
but he probably maybe thinks he did just enough damage to justify it.
Sure.
But now we have the counter-aggression.
Yeah,
The Adepts
here we
coming
go.
through.
Pew, pew.
But if the Adepts are here, guess where they're not?
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah.
And that's where we're coming in again. But there are still oracles, so I think this favors Zain. Because these Adepts are very
Just
hard to
walking
stop.
past
Yeah,
okay.
that's what you do.
That's what you do.
And now you shift click all the drones.
Yeah.
Or maybe
He's
the
taking
queen's
down
on
the
that.
queen. Oh, he's taking down. Okay, kill the queen. Yep, disappear over.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I had the Adepts selected.
Alright.
They're over here. And now we've kind of settled off of this double very aggressive opening. You wanted exciting and aggressive.
I did. Yeah, I'm excited.
There you go, there you go.
I'm very satisfied. This is last game. This game has all been very exciting.
Yeah. Now we have.
3 oracles coming in to,
But I think Zane's in a good position here.
yeah.
And when we're totally not in any time trouble at all in real life, we might go to a game 5. But we will have to wait and see. This game is definitely not over yet. We do have the oracles coming in here. They
Two
will
of
be
them
able to
out
kill
of
this queen.
energy.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, but there
they're
are
just- they're
Hydras.
just sitting
Oh,
there.
it survives with 1 hit point. Incredible.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is all so stressful.
Yeah. 4th base was about to go down. I don't think it started. The probe got eviscerated before it could. But look at this army. That's a lot of Stalker. And that's few Immortals. But there's a lot down this side as well. This,
Keeping an eye with the oracles.
yeah, I would say they were revealed. So Zain did know where they were.
Yep.
But again, this is only 3 base Zerg. No 4th base for Zerg. So generally quite a committal thing. We do have Hydra Speed coming in. That's quite an important upgrade, but it looks like FIGARO wants to go before Hydra Speed is finished.
It looks like it, yeah. Or maybe he was just taking down
The rock. That's true,
yeah.
actually. Yeah, yeah. Postulating.
Yeah. Just posturing.
Posturing. Is it
Just
postulating or posture?
Posturing. Postulate is like a hypothesizing, I think.
Oh!
I postulate that, yeah.
Ah, I see, I see.
Um,
And now we do have the big push coming in here, there, everywhere. On the third. I mean, and the Hydras are getting on top of the units here. There is a lot of firepower in the Hydras, but with these Zealots, even though they're slow, they are on top of the Hydras. And I think that gives them enough damage that they're going to be able to clean up.
GG.
And that is it.
Game 5. Let's go. The decider. Look at this reverse sweep that's happening.
Exactly. Yeah, like I say, it was looking very, very FIGARO favored in the first few maps.
The first two were, yeah, just walkovers almost.
yeah, it was like,
just
it really
went.
was. Like, unfortunately, Zain was struggling at the first sign of aggression. But now he's like started, like, you know, he's sort of starting to wrangle it back around, figuring out how it works.
He's warmed up now.
He's warmed up, yeah.
As a Protoss, you gotta, take some time to warm up.
Yeah, exactly. And he wants to make this a PvP finals. He wants to ruin my seeding.
No, I don't know if I want to ruin your seeding.
Yeah, because
I predict.
I put him third and Yasha second.
Ah,
so
okay.
I would be correct
he
if
took
Yasha
it
wins.
personally.
He did, yeah. This is the
he was, I'm
motivating
gonna prove
factor.
EXO wrong.
Exactly.
All right, let's go. The
Well,
decider. Well, this looks like an exciting map.
An exciting map, amygdala.
Amygdala.
Yeah,
That's a biology thing.
That is
isn't
a biology. I believe it's the part of the brain that that flares when you get angry,
Oh.
or it has some sort of emotional.
Damn. Okay.
Damn.
There's lore behind this map. There's
I get to. Yeah, I'll show you the Zergy thing of this map as well.
All right. Yeah.
It's weird.
please.
Don't get your hopes up.
What?
I was like, yeah, I'll show you something impressive. I got these rocks. That is what it is.
No, I'm looking forward to it.
Alrighty, so 2-2, and we'll flip the names like that. It's a best of 5. You love to see it.
Very good.
Oh.
All right, one last time. Let's introduce our players. You do the Protoss.
Alrighty, he is the green Protoss, trying to ruin my seeding predictions and carve his way to a grand final. I think it's the first grand final in a long time, if ever, that Zain has been in the finals. I'm not 100% sure.
It's the losers finals.
This is the loser. Yeah, but if he wins this, he's going to the grand final.
Yes, true.
It is Zain.
Woo! Woo! All right, and in the lower left, sporting the red, repping TSI, it is FIGARO.
There you go. You love
All right,
to
let's go. Hype.
All right. So, you've
Show me
seen
the thing.
You've seen regular rocks before. You've
I've
seen
seen-
mineral patches before.
have.
You've seen big rocks before. But
I
have
have.
you ever seen bigger Zergy rocks before?
Whoa!
Whoa!
That's actually really cool. Do they have the same health as the other
So
things?
yeah, they do. And once this, the Overlord's not going to get in range of it. That's kind of unfortunate. So basically, these have health, but because they're not on creep, they're dying.
Oh, that's crazy. But if you creep them, they stay alive?
Technically, I think yes, but it's impossible to get creep out before they die.
Yeah, okay.
They are just a thing. They're like a timer on the map
That's
to.
so interesting.
Yeah, they're a timer on the map.
To
so
prevent cheese
yeah, to
rushes.
certain rushes and things like that. But yeah, the map essentially gets smaller or gets more opened up.
Yeah, over
once
time.
the
That's
once these run down.
fascinating.
Yeah.
Well, you could move an Overlord over there to shit some creep, and they would
Yes,
stay
but you need a
alive.
lair to do that.
Yeah,
So
that's
you'd have to make it part of your strategy, which
Yeah.
is a big commitment.
Lair rush to save the Zerg
Save
rocks.
the Zerg rocks. You also have these gold patches, which when this base is mined out, it becomes another path.
Okay.
Because
okay.
once the minerals are gone, there's nothing
why
stopping
are they
you.
Zerg gold patches?
Oh no, sorry, these are
Oh,
regular.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. They just belong to the Zerg.
Uh,
Spoken for.
yeah, no, only the rocks are Zerg.
Okay.
Because
okay.
they look Zergy.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a cool
I
art
want
design
that
as well.
Unit.
Yeah, I don't know if it came out of something from the like the campaign or not, but
That's really cool.
but yeah, it looks
This
really
game
good.
has cool designs, man.
It does. And again, even in, I mean, this map, I don't know when this map was made, but, recently enough that sort of, you're still seeing new and interesting things.
So how is
after all
this
this time.
entire middle area just like walled off until later?
Yep.
Okay.
Like
There's a
say,
little circle And you can break the rocks, or these like Zerg rocks die, and there's the gold.
Yes.
That's really interesting.
So there's lots of ways to create new paths on this map,
Yeah.
and some of them naturally occur over time, and
Yeah.
others occur because you mine out or you attack rocks. We are going to have one Zerg get in here. Going to do some scouting.
Little scout. Look at
But
them.
guess what?
They're so cute.
Guess
So
what?
bouncy. Guess what?
It's
Guess
the
what?
same thing. It's the same thing. It's a Stargate. No, it is the same
What
thing.
a surprise.
What a surprise. But you got to keep the Protoss honest, you know.
You do. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
got to check on them.
Yeah, you do.
And it is an Oracle first. Though I think he delayed the Oracle a little bit. Like, I don't know whether he didn't want to show it or whether it just timed out that way.
He was too busy admiring the Zerg rocks.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. Yeah. A fine thing to do. Oh, and there we go. Cancels the shade so he can stay in the natural. Gets 3, 4 workers. That's nice. Very nice to get 4.
That is nice.
Especially if the Oracle now comes in and gets any damage. It's like really critical that this Oracle doesn't kill any drones. Like, FIGARO will be sitting there going, oh god, this is bad. And if the Oracle gets any drones, it's a really sad situation. It's a sad situation.
Chasing the Overlord out.
Yeah, you got to do it
Like,
sometimes.
go away.
Oh, but
Bye.
that's a certain type of magnet. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what kind of magnet it is on stream, but it's a certain type of magnet that if the Stalker had came out and chased, these Lings would have ran around and killed it. Yeah. But the Lings are going to pick off the probe on the third. As Molten said, there are far too many probes that go to build a third that die. There's a little PSA. It should not, be aware.
Yes.
Don't get
PSA.
hired to do that job, you know.
Protect your probe that's going to the first probe that goes to build the third.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous job.
Do you know, when I first started playing StarCraft, I used to hockey my scout probe as 6, and I used to call him lucky number 6, but he wasn't lucky because he'd always
die
yeah,
every
but
time.
you know how like kings and stuff had to like give certain like big titles to people in order to like convince them that what they were doing was important.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was like you're lucky number 6,
Yeah.
and then I sent him out to his death.
Yep.
But I had to keep him in line.
You need that propaganda.
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
You need to be
yeah,
like, this is a glorious.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
For the kingdom, for the good of the kingdom, you have been selected to do this
Yeah, it's an
noble
honor.
job.
Yeah,
exactly.
and we're only trusting you. We're only picking you
Yeah.
because we trust you,
Yeah.
not because you just happen to be the one we selected. Yeah, I
The
love
brand, it's good branding.
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
The
yeah,
lucky
yeah.
6 probe.
that. Yeah. And I still hockey my first probe on 6. Still a habit I do. So yeah, love to see it. And again, we have the glaives again. Quite a few adepts being made. So I think he's got 8 on the map total. And this time, 9 actually. This time he's coming across. There's no war prism with this, and there's only 4 gates. So it's not like a big committed push. You can do this with like 6 gates or even 8 gates and try and make it like, really try and kill the Zerg.
Oof.
Oh,
Oof.
okay, yeah, like
Oh, they're chasing the shade.
he's going to cancel this 100%. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. I think you always cancel that there. And we have, this is the other thing, is that you can split adepts up. So you have 2 squads of adepts.
Yeah.
These ones running into the third are going to get loads of damage done.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, these ones are getting caught out in the middle of the map, but it doesn't matter so much because these ones are doing the job.
Yeah.
So some are distracting. And now you pull the drones away from the third where the
Yeah.
danger was. Well, guess what?
There's
the adepts
more
are here
adepts
too.
Here. This
And-
looks so annoying.
Oh, this is critical damage. And I actually think this is Zain really securing his...
It really is. Holy shit.
yeah, because we even have
Oh,
shades
the
finishing
drones
in
are
here.
going down. Why are they going down?
Because 2 adepts shaded in.
Oh, I see.
So he had to stop
Wow,
it.
they're everywhere. There's 2 adepts here as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Adepts everywhere.
This is what Zerg
That's why
players
you go in with
fear.
8 and then you split them into 4 and
Yes,
4. Then you split the
exact-
4 into 2 and 2, and you're like.
Very
oh.
annoying.
And
yeah.
they're still there. They're still
yeah,
there.
Still getting some damage
oh
done.
my god.
And yeah, he's going to try and get even more. So the final
Christ.
count of lost workers is 26.
That's crazy.
Exactly, isn't
That
it?
is
That is.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
What the heck? That should be banned.
That should be banned. And still only 12 workers different. I say only. You'd never expect the Protoss to be 12 workers ahead here.
Yeah.
But yeah, 12 workers. So even though he killed 26, that's how much FIGARO is pumping them out.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. We deserve the drones.
Yeah, you deserve the drones.
Yeah.
All right. Damn, no bias here. All right. Oh, 'cause I'm a Protoss player.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
yeah,
It's
all right,
fair.
fair.
It just
Yeah, it
cancels it
evens
out.
out. Okay. Yeah, so we have a few more gates filling up, and generally the idea here is that if FIGARO wants to fix his economy and play a proper game, he has to invest a lot into his economy.
Yes.
So if Zain makes a strong attack,
Yes.
he'll kill him while he's doing that.
Yes.
If FIGARO decides, oh god, I think Zain is going to make a strong attack, I need to... oh, we saw the rocks
Whoa,
explode.
We did. That was
Whoa.
exciting.
But if FIGARO decides, oh, I need to just make units, and
Yeah.
Zain attacks,
Yeah.
well, then he's still in
still
trouble because he
behind.
still doesn't have the economy. So it's a
Yeah.
really difficult spot to play from.
It is.
We are going to have some biles breaking the force fields, but this is just temporary. Oh, big
Oh,
blink. That was a
oh,
bold blink forward.
That was a bold blink.
Zain feeling himself a little bit here.
Yeah,
Fleet,
confident.
yeah, Fleet Beacon on the way. These Oracles can't fight these Queens here. Oh, but he does.
Yeah, he got
it
one.
loses one.
Trades
Yeah.
Oracle for Queen.
Not the trade that most Protosses would take, but it is what it is.
Okay.
Now Micron back
now
here.
They're pushing back. Ah, okay.
Oh, big blink
blink forward.
forwards.
The Queens joining up.
Yeah, and the Queens really stop the Oracles from bullying everything else.
Yeah.
But when the Queens walk home,
Oh,
what can you
that's
do?
devastating.
Yeah.
They're so expensive now as well. Oh no.
They are more expensive than they once were.
They're so expensive.
You got the Zerg propaganda. It's so good. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, through that, Zain was teching up, and now he is going into carriers. And again, this is kind of like a momentum that gets very hard to stop, because FIGARO is like kind of almost like a tech stage behind.
But look at the power of Zerg though, you know, like
Yeah.
back up to 74 workers,
That's
like just
absolutely.
like that. But yeah, he's had to trade a bunch of tech, army, like, you know, whatever, what have you for
Yeah, exactly. And so, and FIGARO doesn't know how much tech Zain is committed to.
Yeah, yeah,
If he
'cause
knew,
he's
he'd
only-
probably be trying to kill him right now.
Yeah, he's only seen the like tier 1 units, right?
Yeah, exactly,
So-
exactly. But now he's like kind of poking forward. It's like, hey, you don't have that many stalkers here.
Yep, yep.
Are you sure
He's
you
gonna
should
have
be
a
on the map?
nasty surprise awaiting him when he arrives and 2 carriers pop out.
That is it. Ooh,
Oh.
one Oracle does go down. That was a Hydra, I
Where are
think.
these
there.
where are these drones? Where's
Ooh,
that happening?
that is a good question, and I should have been paying attention as observer, but I do not know. That's the kind of stuff they don't pay me for, you know.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
Good force fields coming in here.
this is the first sentry we've seen this series.
Is
Like,
it really?
I think so.
I haven't paid.
I don't think I've seen a sentry. Like
Zane's a big fan of
Zain
the Sentry.
loves
He does, yeah, he does a
sentries.
lot with them.
Yeah. Did you know his like sentry only account?
Yeah, I know of it. Yeah. I know he beat a pretty good player, a player very similar level to me. He beat him using only sentries before in a LAN event.
He's been doing that for ages. Like
Well,
back
yeah.
when I played his like sentry only account and got absolutely decimated. It was crazy. I was
Oh,
like,
there's the carrier reveal.
whoa. Whoa. And yeah, those roaches are dead.
And we have 2 more adepts
And
coming
the
around here.
adepts, that's what they were doing, wreaking havoc in the background.
Yeah, that is
Just
exactly it.
keeping the drone count, you know, like manageable. low.
Oh no, and they survived. And it looks like both players are a little bit busy because these adepts are like moving, commanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Dead roaches.
yeah. And when you see a Protoss up 30 supply, and it's a better quality armor than the Zerg,
Yep.
which it usually is,
Yep.
it's a tough
It's a
spot.
bad time. Bad time to be Zerg today.
However, no charge. Charge is only halfway done, which means harassing these bases is actually a little bit harder.
What are they doing?
I think
They're-
they were supposed to go here,
Oh,
but
okay.
they didn't.
But they're dying.
Well,
That's what
but
they're
FIGARO is also dying. So, an incredible reverse sweep if this happens. If FIGARO doesn't find some miracle to hold on here,
doing.
it is going to be the reverse sweep from a 2-0 up.
Wow,
That is
sentries
the
are
reverse.
so good.
Sentries are so good.
It's just like
Force
free
fields
walk-
are...
Yeah.
In Wings of Liberty, there was literally nothing that anybody could do to stop that.
Yep,
It was
yep.
so good.
No, you build ultralisks. That's what.
Yeah,
you do.
that's true. Okay, that's true, actually. Yeah.
For all the people building, all my Zerg players building ultralisks.
Do you know what the common saying for Ultralisk was back then?
What's that?
The Zerg saying was, you get ahead and then you build Ultralisks and then you lose.
Yep.
that
I've
was-
heard that before.
that was...
It's such a shame. I love ultralisks.
They're much better now. They have a
Okay.
they have a more niche role now, but they are still very good.
Do you remember when the HOTS trailer came out and they were like burrow charge?
Oh yes,
And
yes.
then that
was
lasted like a day, and then they
yeah,
were
they're
like,
like,
nope.
nah. Actually, nah. I think there was talks about that coming back.
Oh, I would
In-
love that.
In
Please.
one of the balance when the balance council first became a thing, I
Yeah.
think some people like wanted that back.
Do it. Shake up the game. Come on, man.
Yeah, yeah.
We need less of these boring patches.
Yeah, balance counter. What do you get on that? Kaz telling you now. Come on.
Sorry, I don't mean it. Don't
No,
say
no.
it.
Yeah, listen. You're free to your opinion, and I think what you said wasn't not true. They've been very safe and slow with patches.
All right, let's talk about this game.
Yes. Okay. Let's go. Zerg getting to a very defensible position. He has the watchtower here, so he can see everything, see all the units up here. But what FIGARO is struggling to do is struggling to defend both sides.
Yeah.
And that's understandable because, like I say,
everywhere.
of the early damage that was done, he's really struggling to hold up.
He's really got the map control at the moment. Like just look at the creep spreads, right? Like you want half the map to be purple at this point, really.
Exactly. And a War Prism in the main, doing even more devastating damage. So many workers going down here as they die in the main, as well as the fourth. We have a small run by, but this is really nothing.
It's Jova.
Oh, I think hands might be on the keyboard. This might be a hands in head moment. I don't know. Because the
corruptors are killing some Garriers, maybe?
There you
there we
GG.
go. GG.
Well played.
What a series. Crazy reverse. Like the game 1, game 2, it was just like, over in a flash.
That was it.
And
then Zain ground it back in.
It was a real like I wish you could see this like graph. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
But because the first 2 games it was, and then the third game I think was the most. It was the longest. It was
yes,
most
and that's where the
that's where the tide turned.
Absolutely incredible stuff, and that means we're gonna have a PvP final.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Why did I celebrate that? What the heck?
Oh yeah.
That's so upsetting. Okay, well, F to all my Zergs in the chat.
Yep. Sorry, Zergs.
Yeah, well, the proof's in the pudding, right?
Yeah.
The frickin' Protoss patch.
Protoss patch, what can we say? Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Well played to both players. It was a really cool series.
And yeah, and I'm going to continue my promise of having the 9 o'clock stage be ready by 9:30. Hopefully.
Yeah.
We've got to go. So yeah, we're going to cut the break because we need to get onto the stage. We're going to be trying to get the stage fund going as soon as possible, but we need to get the players set up. Thank you everyone for watching. Stay tuned and stick around and we'll get onto the stage as soon as possible. Thanks.